File is under what can go wrong because we live in this upside down clown world. Here it is. From the LA Times, London breed. It looks like a breed, alright. San Francisco reforms. Police no longer will respond to non criminal calls. What does that mean? Non criminal calls. Let's see. So, this is, of course, San Francisco's male London breed. Speaks. Okay, right. This is by Moira Dolan, staff writer. San Francisco police officers will be replaced with trained unarmed to stop them with mental health, the homeless, school discipline. Okay, you're not gonna do anything about that, yeah? Oh, sorry, you're gonna throw money towards that. Black kids are gonna continue to terrorize. Neighbor disputes. Does that mean domestic violence? If it's non-violent, let's see. Non-criminals. That's interesting. Non-criminals. So that means domestic violence also. No, right. There are a lot of gray areas. Let's see where this leads. That change and others will be implemented over the coming months, or planned by Mayor London Breed. Again, when you elect these insane people, you get insane results. You get insane. Again, people who have a certain belief system, they're pushed to the forefront for this very reason. All right. You. This is why they push identity over merit, right? Okay. This is one of the reasons, right? Okay. This is like a these people, right? They don't really believe in justice. They believe in social justice, right? So when you believe in social justice, you believe in the concept of like, was it rules for thee but not for me? Okay, it's an unreliable legal system essentially. San Francisco has made progress on the police department, yada yada yada. We all know the lack of equality. There it is, right? So equity, sir, equity, right? It's really equality in our social society overall. Okay, that's what it really means, right? Because the concept of equality doesn't exist in no religious text. Zero says we are all equal, right? We aren't all equal, okay? Right? It's a term pushed by the Marxists, right? To explain not to explain to, well, yeah, kind of explain why we have different outcomes, and it shouldn't be so, you know. Apparently, if Deshaun sells drugs, but I don't, we should all have the equal outcomes in life. He should become a thousandaire like me. You know, if I'm lucky, I'll become a thousandaire. Uh, right now, I have hundreds. Anyway, the plan is similar to Cahoot's program in Eugene, Oregon, where medic and mental health crisis manager respond to emergency calls. Individuals suffering some severe mental blah blah blah. The mobile crisis intervention unit, welfare checks. This is interesting. Breed announced that she will directed the San Francisco Police Department to establish an explicitly policy to ban military grade weapons against unarmed civilians. That seems fair, but again, what's considered unarmed? You know, if there's the 15 let's say colored youths and the two officers, the department would not be allowed to use chemical weapons such as tear gas. No, tear gas is okay. Bayonets, tanks. If there's a large crowd, what are you gonna do? And we'll have to get rid of such weapons by the end of 2021. So this is when the communists are planning. 2021. That's when they're planning invasion. These people are insane. But they're supported by insane people, and people who are not insane still vote for them. So shrug your shoulders. Just shrug your shoulders. Starting immediately, the City Department of Human Resources will audit hiring, promotions. Oh boy. and promotional exams by the police department, and corporate testing for bias and potential abuse of force, Breed said. Again, this is nonsensical stuff. You know, again, most people assess people simply by looking at them, which is fine. It's natural, believe it's natural human instinct. You know, we all know what they look like. We all know how they act, how they move. Anyway, a 2016 report from the city's budget and legislative analysis office estimated the city incurred nearly 21 million in 2015 to enforce quality of life laws. I mean, what are you going to do? Okay, again, okay. So when you have a nation that's divided, so not even divided, when you have a nation that essentially pushes Marxist propaganda, you end up breaking the families up. So homeless people, instead of relying on the families, will rely on the government. That's what's going on here, right? If you don't have families, you don't trust the government, you're going to be on the streets. Police accounted for more than 90% of costs and responded to more than 60K incidents. Again, what happens is if you start enforcing, like, literally, if you start telling homeless people or let's say people on benefits they have to get jobs, you see a massive decrease of people who are on benefits, who are homeless. But the thing is, who's going to generate the jobs, right? And usually government generates the jobs. This is why you need to limit immigration. I mean, you take away immigration, you basically you're gonna see such a boom in the economy. Like what Donald Trump did was amazing. You're gonna see even bigger boom. But you have to stop immigration. To save the nation, you have to stop all identity politics. Okay, we may be too far to actually enact laws to stop the communist propaganda, unfortunately. I don't know. And for too long, black people have been subjected to violence at the hands of people in power. What this means is black criminality. Again, in my life, the only abuse I've ever occurred is at the hands of blacks. The only abuse I've ever seen were at the hand of blacks. They abuse everybody in school, outside of school, in my neighborhood, where I grew up. It goes one way. Violence goes one way. That's all I've ever seen in my life, you know. If somebody has seen different, so be it. I just know it's. I went to a very multicultural school. I went to a white high school. I went to a multicultural school. And I can tell you, I've never gotten assaulted once in a white high school. Okay, the opposite held true when I went to a multiracial school. It wasn't the Asians assaulting me. It wasn't the Latinos. Anyway, San Francisco gutless police chief William Scott, who joined the breed on the panel, blah blah blah. With civil rights, when you hear the civil rights activists, there's problems, right? These people are pushed. Again, these people are pushed and promoted. They have no idea about anything going on in the world, but they're supposed to be given titles that make it seem like they're experts at something. All they're expert in is division. Okay? He said the police department was also working on a change of policy on releasing booking photos. It's what, you're not supposed to release photos of criminals? I'm trying to understand this. This is absurd. These people are awful. Scott said a new policy within a couple weeks would reel back the release of booking photos? Are you shooting me? A decision has reached after talking to the experts about how such photos influence bias. Oh, okay, here we go. Because this happened, right? More blacks commit crimes. And even with the media trying to suppress it, the numbers are so great that it eventually does leak out. But apparently what they're trying to do is not release it at all. Or perhaps only release photos where men, how do I say this gently, men affect women emotionally or physically. Let me put it like that. Okay, this is probably where it's headed. Okay, it's how you keep the feminists and the blacks aligned. This is what I think is happening. All right. Again, this is dangerous stuff. Things we know to be true. Like when you do those Google searches, American families, World War II leaders. If you get my drift. Recently when I searched for World War II leaders, the Hitler is there. Um, is it Stalin? Damn, I'm getting my dates confused. But essentially, who's missing is Winston Churchill. Yes, the guy who fought against the Nazis. His picture is missing from Google search. If you don't know. Anyway, photographs help promote stereotypes because they're true. As a black man, I can't tell you how many times I've walked by a car and heard the door lock. Oh, somebody walks by the car. They're not supposed to lock their door. Are you kidding me? These people. I bet he's also the first to lock his door. Again, they want to see people murdered. That's the problem. They want to see people killed. Tony Montana, that's a great name. Tony Montana, president of San Francisco police officers assassination assigned unit, called the mayor's proposal reasonable. Oh, you liars! You should be. When you betray the public, this time they're betraying the public for the government. This is why, once again, Marxist communism is bad. Okay, he should be loyal to the people. Instead, he's loyal to the government. This is nonsense here. Accountability. This is just fluff here. Stakeholders, mayors, yada yada. Bullshit. Jay Chang, public. Okay, so I just want to talk about like articles right here. This is a very biased article. When you do these things, you're supposed to present both sides of the issue. Okay, both sides of the issue would be blacks commit more crimes, and then you give the stats about it. This is just a one-sided article. This isn't news. This is nonsense. This is bull that people who with an ideology, this is nonsense, okay? These people who write these articles should never be in journalism. They should be in journalism school learning how to write articles. Share, save, subscribe, thumbs up, and end this here. Bye.